Hey guys, welcome to my tiger face paint tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a tiger face.
Okay guys, so this is what we're working with. We've got a bowl of water, black face paint, orange face paint, and white face paint. I've got two makeup sponges here, three brushes. I've got like this big one and two smaller ones, and I've got a box of tissues to help with any spills or mistakes. So yeah, let's get started.
We're gonna load our sponge up with some water. Not too much water or else the paint will be too runny. So we're just gonna give a little bit of a dab inside. Just got a tiny bit of water on there. Grab our face paint and we're just gonna activate the face paint with the wet sponge. If you need more water, just again a quick dab in the water and grab some paint. Face, you always want to go for the lighter colors first because you can't paint light colors over dark colors. It's easier to paint dark colors over light colors because it will show up, whereas if you paint white over orange, you'll probably still see the orange underneath. So we're going to take our white and we're just going to do like a muzzle shape and also around the jawline as well and the eyes. So if you don't know where to place your muzzle, just do a smile and then where your smile lines are, that's pretty much where you go to. So just, yeah, probably around here. If you want to get that good solid color, you're gonna want to dab your sponge on as opposed to like, you know, brush it, because dabbing really lets you get a lot of color right in there, whereas if you brush, you don't really get much. So if you want solid colors, just dab it on. And to blend and create a bit of fur texture, use the dry side of your sponge to kind of give it a flick up or give it a pat down. It's up to you. Just make the paint look a bit softer. I like to paint the entire top lip white and then just kind of half of the bottom lip white. We're gonna do the eyes. So you're gonna want to kind of get this little sunken bit here, go all the way up, and then I like to do like a little eyebrow shape here. So just gonna show you. Like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna blend the edges in with the back of our sponge. Alright, and this is our base done. From here we're gonna fill in everything else with orange. You don't want to go too close to the eye because you're going to be painting a black line underneath here and then another white line, so try not to go too close to the eye. You go bit there. And again, you know, just dab the color in to make it nice and opaque. As you kind of paint close to the white, just grab the back of your sponge and kind of blend them in together. and that's our base done. We're just gonna let it dry, and we're gonna paint the black lines and stripes all over. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna load up our black onto the paintbrush. And we're just gonna draw a line right under each eye. So this is a bit tricky. I'm not used to filming myself, so this might not turn out so well, but we're just gonna thin line over there. Maybe a bit thicker. And then under this line, we're gonna draw a white line. This white line, we're gonna go with another black line. And I like to kind of connect them up at the end. Okay, so for the nose, I like to kind of do this curving thing on it. Here, and I'm gonna curve over, follow the shape of my nose. Always a bit of a challenge to make it look symmetrical, but just give it your best shot. You can kind of do it however you like. It's really up to you. So I don't paint the upper lip. Like, I'm just gonna leave the upper lip white, and for the bottom lip, I'm just gonna paint half of it in black. So I've got these really big full lips. If you don't have big full lips, you know, you can kind of just paint a lip on. And then I'm just gonna draw a line down from the middle of my nose right into the middle of my mouth. You're gonna need to be very steady for this, so you're trying to draw it as straight as you can right down the middle. Now we're gonna turn it into a little triangle pattern down here. Try not to make it too big. That's kind of the mouth done. We're gonna make a muzzle now. As a guy, I like to follow the wrinkles where I smile. So, you know, if you're not really sure where to place your muzzle, just like give a smile and then get these wrinkles here. And that's pretty much where you draw your muzzle. You can kind of like draw it where the white is, or freestyle it, but this is what I do. So just from the tip of the mouth growing up. And from here we're just gonna finish the eyes. Gotta be really steady for this. We're basically gonna draw a nice cat eye over the top of our eyes. It's a bit tough for me because I've got these double eyelids. So I've got to paint all of that plus the top bit. If you don't have double eyelids, it's a lot easier for you. Just gotta go over the top. So we're just gonna start. It's quite tricky because if you kind of draw it too thick, it looks pretty messy. So you want to get it nice and thin. stripes. So tigers have a lot of variation in stripe patterns. They actually include some dots. It's totally up to you how you do your stripes. I've got a way that I like to do them. So I like to do 3 stripes under here, each increasing in size. I kind of give them a W shape. Alright, so that's our bottom stripes done. We're gonna have to decorate the top part of your eye. I like to do this thing where I put 2 stripes here because I think it gives a really distinct facial look. It helps with that piercing stare, so just gonna start in the middle of between your eyebrow and your eye, and then you're just gonna flick it up. So now we're gonna fill in all the little details. It's kind of tricky because there's so much variation with tiger stripes. It's kind of hard to decide what you want. So kind of like to put 2 dots here. Just gonna use a lot of little dashes and dots to make it happen. You don't have to be perfectly symmetrical with this because in nature nothing is symmetrical, but having it somewhat symmetrical will make it more appealing. Okay, and just like that, we've completed our design on the forehead. And just a simple set of dashes and dots really gives you a pretty good look. Some people like to do stripes up here, but it's kind of hard to find a really realistic one, and you know, just play around with it, see what you like. And honestly, this set that I do, it's always random, it changes every time, so it doesn't really matter. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna finish off the muzzle and the jawline. To get a really nice strong jawline, I just flick my brush up. It gives you this good fur texture. So I'm gonna kind of want to go here and here with these really big flicks, and then everything else kind of goes around it. So it really helps you shape the muzzle. And then we're just gonna go with a bunch of flicks, kind of like in a U shape. Okay. You know, just dab your brush in water and then load up on more paint. And then we're just gonna continue all along the jawline. And at the end I like to do this really big flick. Just carry over the lines. Now the same on the other side. there, you can fill in these bits with the white with more flicks. Just really get that nice fur texture going. Alright, and now that we've done that, all we've got to do left is the whiskers, which can be really tricky. I don't like dots, I don't think it looks really good, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kinda like do a lot of little brush strokes. It's gonna be wider from the outside and smaller the inside. So to help with that, I'm gonna just make a line of dots and then just gonna draw over that line of dots. Alright, so it's gonna be wider from the outside and then thinner on the inside, so we're just gonna start with little brush strokes. Try not to make it look too solid because you want to have that brushed fur texture. And there you have it. This is my style of tiger face paint. And yeah, I hope you found this video helpful and good luck out there.